Okay, here we go. Let me get my,
All right, so today is a review of the last 3 weeks, uh, just to wrap it all up into one um, sort of session or a recording. And then we will have a meditation today. So we'll have plenty of time. So, reviewing the 3 points of healing: the spiritual healing, the mind, thought, and emotion, and the body healing. So spiritual healing deals with we need to examine and um, find out the truth about the myths, ideas, beliefs, and teachings that we've had our whole life. We have to prove everything out within ourselves so that we own it as a truth for ourselves. Or we discard it, we discover that it is not true, and we replace it with truth. Also, in spiritual healing, we really need to separate, to heal from the separateness of, we need to heal from the belief that we are separate from our Creator and separate from each other. So we are drops from the ocean, we are beams of light from the source of light, we are gods. So we are one with our Creator, and we're one with one another energetically, because we are all part of creation. So a lot of time we think that we're separate, and we also think that our Creator, the universe, our God, is way out there and not really part of our moment to moment life. And so we really miss out on the power of that knowledge and experiencing that power and experiencing the co-creation in our day-to-day life. Also, in our spiritual healing, we talked about setting goals, setting spiritual goals for yourself. Where do you, how would you like the relationship to be different? What kind of relationship do you want to have with the divine? Um, we're responsible for our part of the relationship. We're responsible for our part of the conversation, and we're responsible for co-creating. We're the co-part. We're creating with our Creator, and oftentimes we manage our lives with tremendous care and putting our priorities of our human existence first, when we are spiritual beings in a human body having a human life experience second. You know, our spiritual journey here is it's the reason that we're here, and our human life is our side hustle. It's not that the other way around, right? So we have to have a plan. We have to participate in the relationship. We have to participate in the conversation. We need to heal our fear of our Creator, our fear of the universe, and the presence of that in our lives. There is no judgment. We're not being judged. Heaven doesn't punish. We are surrounded in love. We are love. It's all about love and us evolving and really fulfilling our soul's journey here. There's no one way, one path, or one method. The universe is immense, diverse, it speaks a myriad of languages. It created all things. So all are equal. No one is above the other. No one's above the other. We are all one, actually, and we're all connected. So we have to heal from the separateness and begin to know that what I do and what you do matters, and it matters to the collective. So moving on from that into the mind, thought, emotion, what we think and how we think, what fills our head, and the filters or the lenses that we look at life through. So thoughts create emotions, thoughts create energy through the emotion. If a thought is repetitive, the brain creates a program to run the loop, and now we have the energy running a loop in the background. If it's a negative loop, the negative energy will be infused into your life. If it's a fight or flight loop, the fight or flight adrenaline will be pumping through your system continuously. Negative energy, stuck energy, and trauma are like snapshots. If we hold on to them in those moments and don't let them pass through, it becomes stuck energy, and it depletes our life energy, becomes an energy hemorrhage, and it wears out our defense mechanisms and can oftentimes lead to unsatisfactory life or even sickness. So body, the last one we talked about last week, how beautiful and miraculous and self-regulating, regenerating our body is. It self-corrects, it kills intruders. When we do our part to keep our body in balance and at its optimum, it does our part and takes care of us. It can heal the outside, it can heal the inside, it can fend off a sickness, etc. We learned about the power of thought to change the body. People who, with their mind and their imagery and believing to be true, have changed their physical body, have healed the physical body from disease and from accident, trauma, injury. We learned about the placebo effect and how people, believing strongly enough in something, even if it's sugar, the body responds to the belief and heals itself without a drug and without real surgery. What we believe and what we surrender to and accept as true, the body will reflect for us. Don't give your power away to anyone. Keep ourselves in perfect balance through a moderate lifestyle. When we're out of balance and something happens, we need to moderate our lifestyle. And like we talked about with the plant, too much water, the plant dies, it drowns. Too little or no water, it burns up and dies. Too much food, it dies. Not enough food, it dies. So we're no different as human beings, except the process takes longer and goes through many avenues. So if we insist on burning our candle at both ends, if we insist on not dealing with the energy drains in our life, we insist on not taking care of this magical, like I said last week, this is your magic carpet, your beautiful vessel. If we refuse to take care of it, it will not be able to take care of us over time. It will become run down, it will become depleted, the immune system will wane. So tools to move us through the process, because as we begin to cleave to our creator, we begin to really bond and get in and let our guard and our barriers down and really recognize the oneness and to steep ourselves in the love, then we will feel safe enough to deal with the thoughts and emotions and events in our life that have retained an energy sap. We can deal with those. And then the body can be restored to its beautiful state and handle the small stuff. And then we discover the creation power and ability we have as God, as little gods, to bring healing into our body for the big stuff. So it's not, we're made as a miracle, We don't have to hope for some strike from heaven to take something off of us. We have the power within us to heal. We came with it. We're ignorant of it. We've been taught things that are opposite of that, and we have to unlearn that teaching. We must get in there and bond with the source of light and life and begin to shine brighter. So tools are tools that will help you do this. Journal, journal, journal. I cannot say it enough. Journaling, people are like, I don't know what to write. I say just sit down and write anything that crosses your mind. Your writing will evolve into something once you get past yourself and past your head. Write about your beliefs, why you believe them, for example. Write about the shadows and graces and how you're doing with them. Look at your responses to your daily life and write about that. Write about the beauty that in nature that you see around you. Write your conversation to the universe or your prayer, however you want to look at it, and listen for the response. Write about what you feel. What do I like about me? What do I not like about me? Why? Where did this come from? Is this good or bad? Maybe I'd like to get rid of this and exchange it for something good. Write about what you're afraid of. Anything, just write about anything. People who write every day, much more grounded, much more balanced. You're parking the surface crap, and so the deeper stuff can come forward. And it's a delightful way to have a conversation, to track your growth, to your hand is having something to do and you're focused on writing, so your brain can like be out of the picture and quit talking about your body, or you're going to be late, or you need to eat, or whatever it is. Journaling is a magnificent tool. Nobody's going to read it. Nobody's going to, if you're scared someone's going to read it, lock it up. But nobody, it's only for you. And anyone who's interested in reading it needs to get a life. Like nobody cares about our life except us. So journal, number one tool. Make a plan. Make a plan. How will I grow in my awareness of the beauty and the power that is within me and the beauty of my soul? How will I grow in my knowledge and expression of this? What kind of experience do I desire to have? Make a plan to have it. If you were single and you wanted to have a relationship, you would plot and scheme how you were going to meet somebody. You'd go on Match, you'd go to events, you'd do whatever, ask your friends. You'd have a plan and you'd walk it out. And then if you were fortunate enough to find someone, you would put in time to get to know the person, I'm hoping. And not just looking for someone to shore up your dam. So make a plan for the outcome that you desire. The universe already knows what you desire. You are coming into the knowledge of what you desire. Also, every day, sit and breathe. Sit and breathe. Fall into the rhythm of your breath. You can carry it on and meditate or not, but sit and breathe and observe. Observe the thoughts, observe your body. Don't solve it, don't talk about it, but breathe and observe and really begin to connect with your soul, with your life energy, with your heartbeat and your breath. When we breathe, God breathes, right? You're connecting with the breath of God, with the breath of nature. It can be 2, 3, 5 minutes just to do it and begin to become aware of your awareness, separate from your talking mind and separate from your emotions and separate from your body. starting to become aware through that process of our awareness of being that dwells within this magical vessel. So when we get who we are, that we're divine light and life, and we can let go of the mind stuff that's not loving, it's not loving to us, then the body can come into balance, and then we become powerful, powerful in generating much light. So no matter what has happened, because going through it makes it seem kind of simple, and I'm not discounting anyone's trauma or any, I've had my own. Healing is a process. It is a unraveling or a delayering and allowing light to shine in and through the canvas of our life. And all of every event, every process can be absorbed and accepted by us as a reverent part of our life. Not that the event was reverent, but that it is part of the landscape of my life, and it is part of beautiful me. And when we get to the place that we begin to let these go and they begin to not have the effect, they begin to lose their front and center expression in our life. And then even the star blooms. So this is a tree and it has this terrible scar around the trunk. And I was walking in the city at the beginning of spring and the scar tissue is blooming. So we have to have that confidence that our life, no matter what has happened, will blossom and the scar will bloom and your life will be rich beyond your wildest dreams. Did not intend to cry. So it is so powerful when we see the beauty of who we are as individuals in the landscape of our unique life. And that when life begins to flow from the spirit through our scar tissue, through our human form, through the history, then it becomes a fragrant aroma. It becomes a transformed experience. It becomes a beautiful flower for other people to come and become refreshed by. And as we continue to evolve and grow our life, moving on to the present now, growing in the present now, there's so much love all around us. We're made of love flowing through us. There's nothing to fear. There's nothing to fear. That's a story from the mind. And there's nothing to fear in our healing process. It's just fearful because it's unfamiliar to us, because we've lived a long time, maybe in a thought process or a way of living or feeling. And when we're going to release the old way, the new way feels unfamiliar. And then we realize, I'm lighter. And that's gone completely. It's just a thought, a memory with no connection to me anymore. So to move through and get into these deeper things, you have to have a plan, you have to have a conversation. You have to have a time of listening and observing and being in divine presence without needing anything or coming with a list or coming with a task that we'd like the divine to perform for us, but coming in and spending time getting the love revealed to us in such a way that it heals our life. and elevates us into generating beautiful energy that elevates all of humanity. Everybody is going to get lifted as we lift ourselves. And there's nothing anywhere in anyone's life that won't bear beautiful blooms if we let it. So that's my lesson for today. As promised, short and sweet. If you want to comment or if you applied any of the teaching, or if you, I don't know, thoughts.
That was beautiful. It just all came together.
Yeah,
And that's the cool part about it. It's just, I know it was short and sweet, but it's like it brought everything together, and it helps.
it's the beauty of the review.
Yeah.
I love the tree
I know.
that's blooming in spite of the scar.
Yes. Yeah, I was so moved when I saw that. And I said, I'm going to use that one day in a lesson, because energy is free to flow. Flowers can pop out.
Can't stop it, right?
No. And why would we?
Because we're lame.
Oh. Alrighty, so next week we're going to do a one part series, and then we'll do another several part. But I have a one lesson. It's going to be a solid lesson, but I'm going to talk about forgiveness and the many facets and aspects of it in our life, between us and others, us and ourselves. And then I think that it actually works well with at the end of this teaching. And then we're going to have another part series. So that's what will be happening next week. And okay, close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Feel the breath flowing into your body. Exhale it out. Take another breath in, pulling in life. Exhale out what you don't need. The miraculous body working to cleanse and nourish through our breath. Follow the breath in and out and let it relax you. Let your body soften into it. Follow the breath down below your mind, down into your chest cavity. below your thoughts. Slip out the back door of your heart into your soul, into the sanctuary, the sacred space. Notice the presence of love. All around you. Feel the energy of wisdom. Ancient wisdom lives here in the depths of your soul, in your holy of holies.